that. And then when you're ready, find a seat, preferably without arms or wheels. But if you've got wheels, lock them up. We'll work with what we have. Maybe you're choosing the side of a bed or the couch, anywhere works. There will be some sun salutations and some options for folding. So keeping blocks there can be a really nice prop or assistance to make folds feel more gentle and kind in the body. But you choose how you want to be. And then let's find our seat. As you sit down, we're scooting to the edge of our seat so that kind of the edge of your butt cheek and those sits bones really catch on the seat. You have a nice firm foundation, but your thighs are free. And then we can plant the pads of our feet nice and firm and get that strong foundation that we're looking for. And then you might imagine pressing down into those sits bones. Maybe you also press gently into the feet and use that to lift through the top of the head. So we're lifting length through the whole of the spine. You might imagine there's a little string that we're tugging just to find a little extra length. And then keeping all this length in the body, soften those shoulders down. Let your jaw relax along with your tongue. And can you relax the low belly as well? Just find your natural breath in your body. From here, you might close your eyes or let your gaze grow fuzzy off into the distance and feel your natural breath in and out, flowing through you. Without even trying, your body breathes to support you. Notice how it expands and fills, softens and releases all on its own, just to take care of you. Now we're going to take care of the body by breathing deep into the belly. So on your next inhale, can you fill the body all the way with air and then hold at the top for just a moment? Exhale and release at your own pace before taking another full deep breath and holding it at the top. Another 2 counts or so, and then exhale. Can you slow that exhale down just a little bit before taking another full body breath, filling the belly all the way? Hold. Exhale just a little slower. At your own pace, I say, as you continue these big full body breaths, these nice slow exhales, stimulating the vagal nerves, letting our nervous system know that it's all right to just be here in this space. Letting the blood flow from the muscles back to the digestive tract, calming the amygdala, putting our prefrontal cortex online, all just with a breath. Deep inhales, nice slow exhales. As you continue to breathe, I'm going to read a little poem by Danae Kelley. She's one of my favorite poets. It's called The Soul of Yoga. What is the soul of yoga? Follow your heart into the center of the pose and find in the midst of detail and precision, in breath, in alignment, balance, bliss, fear, and sadness. At the very core of all of this is love. Touch upon your truest nature even once, and the experience of what you really are sears the psyche like the surface of the sun. The soul of yoga, the gift within the pose, is the moment of communion, resting in pure essence, the awakening as if from sleep to the face of unmistakable divinity, the ineffable wonder and the living reality of spirit. Oh yes, the soul of yoga is love. You might find your natural breath again, or you might enjoy those deep inhales and slow exhales, whatever keeps you centered. But know as you move and breathe, each breath is love. Each moment that you allow your mind to experience the sensations of your body as you move, as you transition, as you hang out in stillness, this too is love. So in our own ways and however it feels safe, let's love on our body this morning. We're going to start with our neck. Oldie but goodie, imagining that pencil sticking out the top of our head, graphite side up, draw little circles on the ceiling. The body remains grounded through the feet and sits bones. That length remains up through the spine as you draw these little circles. And we're going slow, slower than your body or mind probably want to. You might even go so slow that you move with the breath, inhaling as the face rounds back, exhaling as it rounds forward. Slowing those little circles down with your big, full breaths. And then let those circles grow, each a little larger than the last at your own pace. We're still pressing along through that pencil, right? Keeping the length through the neck as we draw bigger and bigger circles. Exhaling as the face rounds towards the earth, inhaling as it rounds skyward, pairing our movement with our breath like a moving meditation. And as you do this, can you notice the sensations that you're feeling along the neck? Can you feel this stretch, rotate in a circle? Right? Following the length of your neck all the way around these big circles. Not forgetting to breathe deep into the body as you notice. And then when you're ready, switch directions, big circles the opposite way. Only as big as your body delights in, right? If large circles cause discomfort and pain, we might explore a little smaller of a circle, enjoying what our body holds for us today, knowing that each day is different. As you draw these circles, pause with that right ear sinking down towards that right shoulder. You might even let the left hand melt down towards the earth. Maybe you grab that left thigh or the left side of your chair. If you do, you can take a nice little lean towards the right. Our goal here is just feeling the stretch all along the left side of the neck here. It might even feel good to take that right hand and weight the head down. That can be a lot. Breathing deep into the belly, knowing each deep breath brings us into the present moment, brings calm into the body and the mind. When you're ready, close your eyes, release, and let the head float upright. Take a moment to note sensation. What is it? Aching, floating, buzzing, nothing? Maybe it just feels like relief. Just note it, and then let's switch sides, that right arm reaching down or grasping as that left ear sinks towards that left shoulder. The jaw relaxes. Let the cheeks on your face hang heavy here. Breathing deep into the belly. Maybe you reach that left arm up to weight the head down. Be where you want to be. Inviting the stretch along the right side of the neck. Can you focus your efforts there? Your mind to that place as everything else relaxes. The shoulders relax. The belly relaxes. Even your toes against the earth relax here. On an inhale, release and rise. Note sensation in stillness for just a moment. Beautiful. Then let's warm up the hips through some seated cat-cow. You're going to press your feet into the earth, curl your tailbone up towards the heart center, and then drop your forehead down towards the earth, lengthening at the back of the neck. I'm going to show you what this looks like from the side. pressing into the earth, curling my tailbone up, lengthens the low back. And then we let the head hang, this nice C shape with the spine. Can you relax even the shoulders down towards the earth? And then on an inhale, we're going to press long through the top of the head, following that string, right? Let the belly and the heart push forward, finding this arch in the low back now. And then lift that chin skyward. We're just opening up the heart and the front of the throat. As you breathe in deep, let your breath fill the heart, the throat, the belly, knowing that each deep breath stretches us just a little further in this seated cow pose. Each deep breath opens us up. And as you hang out in cow pose on an inhale, you might sweep your arms out and up, reaching towards the ceiling along with that chin. And then as you exhale, keep that chin pointed skyward, but release those hands. And you might interlace them behind the back, or you might just make fists at your back. But our goal here is to squeeze those shoulder blades together as we lift strong through that chin. Again, breathing all that space into the front of the heart and the belly, really opening it up. And then keeping those shoulders squeezed on an exhale, press through the feet, curl back into cat pose. Relax that forehead down, but instead of relaxing the shoulders, keep those shoulder blades squeezed. Can we find this C shape in the spine while we squeeze those shoulder blades together? Let it be messy. Explore your body. Be willing to get it wrong. If you're asking yourself, am I doing this right? Just flow. Find something intuitively that feels good, because I guarantee you, you meet yourself in these places again and again, with me, without me. You're going to find what feels good in your own body. On an inhale, lift tall to cow, pressing that chin towards the ceiling, squeezing those shoulder blades. And exhale, curls to cat. Move with your breath. We go nice and slow in somatics because we want to create awareness in every fiber of our body. Yoga talks about allowing every pore of your body to become an eye that observes. And we're not observing our movement to judge it. We're observing the sensation of it. How does it feel in our body to stretch, to pull, to shift, to squeeze? We just take time to notice. On an exhale of your choice, release the arms, come back to neutral. Let's warm up the side of our spine. So on an inhale, sweep that left arm skyward. As you exhale, lean over to the right. You might drop that left hand down, let it hang, really find some length, or you might leave it in your lap, you decide. Our goal here is actively pressing out through the fingertips of this left hand as you press down through the pad of this right foot to support your body in this lean. On an inhale, rise up. Exhale, opposite direction. Again, I'm leaning with the fingertips of my right hand, but I'm really pressing down through this left foot to support me. On an inhale, rise up, pressing through that left foot to lift the body, and then move with the breath. Exhale, lean. Inhale, rise, back and forth. Let's do one more breath to either side. Inhale, rise up tall, beautiful. Let's move into some sun salutations now that we've warmed up the spine. For sun salutations, take it at your own pace. There is some forward folding here, which can lower the blood pressure, especially of my folks with POTS. So take it at your own pace. We're only going as low as the body is asking for today. And blocks can be a wonderful help. So heel toeing the feet apart enough to fit the tummy, and then grounding through the pads of the feet one more time through those sits bones. And inhale, lengthens, pulling that string. And then as we exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, take this length down into a fold. You might support your hands on your thighs. You might let them hang down. You might take your hands and tuck your belly between your thighs, because we want the belly and the heart to surrender at the same time. As you fold, press length through the top of the head, right? Keeping that length lengthens the back body. So it's not about how deep you fold, it's about the length you're keeping in your spine as you do. So take it down just as far as you'd like to, and then take a breath or two here. You might even swing back and forth, finding a little something that feels fun and playful. On an inhale, we'll move into flat back. Flat back, I press my palms against my shins, and we're lengthening through the spine now, right? A nice long spine, pressing down through my sits bones and up to the top of the head. And then we use our hands as anchors to press a little more length through the top of the head. Here we are, as flat and long as our back can possibly be, bringing all this length and strength to our back body. On your next exhale, fold it back down at your pace. Hang out here for a moment and then really connect with the pads of the feet. We're going to start pressing down through the pads of the feet, feeling the legs engage as you do, almost like you want to stand up or sit up. And then using that leg engagement on an inhale, sweep the arms out and up, press into the feet, rise tall. Exhale, palms at the heart center. Beautiful. Let's move through that a little more swiftly. An inhale sweeps the arms out and up, bringing length to the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips to your fold. An inhale of your choice, you find that flat back. Your next exhale sends you back down as far as you want to go. Engage through the feet, press down, feel those legs wake up. And as you inhale, sweep the arms out and up. We're going to lean back into our plank pose, our chaturanga, by lengthening the legs out and then reaching the arms back. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Looks like this. Woo! And as you do this, right, we engage the whole front body. If we're protecting the arms or we want to bring a little ease to this, you might bring the palms together at the heart center. But we hang out here wherever we want to be, right? And as you hang out, the body shakes. We do this so many Wednesdays because this is one of the most powerful things that we can do to release stuck energy in the body. You see this shake? Breathe space into it. You might notice as you breathe, the shaking increases. Let it. This is stuck energy. We're just wiggling out of the body. We're letting it release with each shake. On an inhale of your choice, and only when you're ready, rise up into cobra. So the heart center comes forward. We're pressing the thumbs back towards the wall behind us, really feeling that arch in the low back. You might even lift the chin skyward just to open up that whole front body. From our cobra stance, we find downward facing dog by straightening our cobra up long and then leaning forward only as far as feels good in your body, finding this V shape. Breathe and be. This engages the back body, right? We engage the front body with chaturanga. We engage the back body with downward dog. Beautiful. On an inhale from downward dog, I'm going to turn real quick. We're going to rise up. We're going to lift our right leg out towards the right and then extend our left leg out wide, opening through the hips into warrior two. So downward dog to warrior two. And then you decide where you want this foot. Maybe this right foot is bent, supporting the body a little closer to the chair. Maybe you extend it out, really feeling the stretch between the thighs. You choose. On an inhale, press out through those fingertips. As you exhale, bend that right arm, sweep the left hand over top, extended side angle. Breathe here. You might even on an inhale, open your heart center up towards the sky, reaching that left arm back behind you. Whew, just finding a little twist here. And then when you're ready, back to that side angle. For side angle, we're pressing down through that left foot as we reach out through that left arm. Again, all of this length on the side body. And then on your next inhale, you're going to take this left arm, sweep it up, back behind you. And as it rounds towards this left knee, bend the knee, We're going to come up onto the ball of the foot. So we're shifting our hips on over towards that right wall. And then as you breathe in, lift the arms up, Anjane Asana, big front body opener. We're going to plant the whole of that front right foot as we stay up on the ball of the back foot, lifting through the heart, lifting through the top of the head. And then an exhale, we're going to bow it on down. Just keep reaching through those fingertips. And as you lean forward, we're really pressing through the pad of this front foot, engaging that leg. Only as far forward we bow as much as our body is asking. Beautiful. On an inhale, we're going to drop that right arm, reach through the left. As you exhale, turn towards the back of your chair. Find a little twist. You might grab the back of your chair here just as an anchor or an assist. Beautiful. Wonderful. Breathe and be. On an inhale, release. Woo! Find your Tadasana. Wonderful. Let's do that again on the opposite side. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, find your version of a fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, surrender, feeling those legs engage. On an inhale, rise up tall to your chaturanga. Lean it on back and let it shake. Let's take 5 breaths here. Deep into the belly. This is the longest pose we'll hold. Let it shake, let it be messy. Hear my voice. On your 5th inhale, rise up to your cobra. Let the heart and belly fall forward as those thumbs reach back. On an exhale, find your downward dog. Those ears between the upper arms might feel good, or bring the palms to heart center. Make it work for you this morning, knowing that when you make it work for your body, you're choosing power. We're not here to surrender to the ideals of society that we don't even agree with. We're here to empower ourselves to meet ourselves where we are at. On an inhale, rise up. That left knee sweeps out towards the left. We're reaching our arms open into that warrior 2. Take a breath or 2 here. We're reaching out like a 5-pointed star. So 2 points are the arms, 2 points are the legs, 1 point is the head, and we're reaching out through all of them. On an exhale, find your side angle, bending that left arm, reaching the right overhead, and then maybe you sweep your heart center open. And what I do is I take this bent forearm and I sink it down in my inner thigh, right? My inner left thigh, and then sweep that right arm back as I open up the heart center. When you're ready, meet me back in extended side angle. On an inhale, we're going to sweep that upper arm up and back behind us as it crosses the knee. Bend the knee, turn the hips, come up onto the ball of that back right foot. And inhale, sweeps the arms skyward, Anjane Asana. Hang out for a breath or 2. As you exhale, bow forward, reaching through those fingertips, pressing strong into the pad of this front foot. An inhale, drops that left arm, reaches through the right. As you exhale, twist. Woo. Breathe and be. If it's difficult, let it be difficult. Get curious about it. Where can you bring ease? Where can you bring pleasure or delight in this moment? Or can you just sit with the difficult and say, yeah, I can do this too? On an inhale of your choice, sweep the arms back around, find your Tadasana. Beautiful. Let's move through the sun salutation on either side, but with the breath. I'm going to flow inhale, outhale, moving, inhale, outhale, inhale, exhale, moving with each breath, but take it at your own pace. We work ourselves into movement with our breath at our comfort level, not anyone else's, right? That's how we heal our nervous system too. I can suggest things, but we all take it at the pace that our nervous system is asking for, which is our body and our mind. So listen to you. Maybe you move with the breath with me. Maybe you take a few breaths in between. Honor what is beautiful, which is exactly wherever you are at. On an inhale, and when you're ready, sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, find your fold. An inhale sends you to flat back. An exhale, you surrender back down. Engage those legs on an inhale, rise all the way up, chaturanga. Hang out for 5 breaths, right? We're not getting away from this one. Let it shake, let it be. If the tears come, let them come. If screaming comes, let it come. If laughter comes, let it come. It will not consume us. Feeling and allowing our powerful gestures. On an inhale, find your cobra, rise up, heart forward. Exhale, downward dog. On an inhale, rise up, bending that right knee towards the right, extending the left leg long. We find warrior 2. An inhale presses out through those fingertips. An exhale finds us an extended side angle. An inhale sweeps that upper arm all the way around, and as it does, it catches the knee. An inhale finds us in Anjaneyasana. Hang out here for a breath or two, and then nice and slow, an exhale melts us forward, and an inhale brings us into our twist. Hold here for another breath or two, and then on an inhale, release, sweep back into your Tadasana. Beautiful. Let's do this again on the other side. When you're ready, an inhale sweeps the arms out and up. Exhale, hinge those hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, chaturanga, pressing through those legs. 5 breaths here. Let it shake. Feel what is. We don't have to attach a storyline to sensation. Sometimes tears are just tears. Sometimes laughter is just the joy of existing. We can let the emotions be without needing to find their root. On an inhale, we sweep forward. On an exhale, find your downward dog. In an inhale of your choice, we rise up. Left knee sweeps out towards the left, opening the arms up, warrior 2. On your next inhale, we're pressing out through those fingertips. Exhale, extended side angle. An inhale sweeps that arm up and back. As you exhale, bend that knee, sweep the hips towards the left. An inhale, we reach up for Anjaneyasana. An exhale, we bow. Bringing it on down nice and slow. An inhale opens us up to this twist. Hang out for a breath or two. Be, allow. Maybe with each inhale, we just bring in love to the body. When you're ready, rise up, find your Tadasana. Beautiful. From here, let's take a little hip opener. Nothing too big. Warrior 2 has been some hip openers. If you have a block, that is ideal. If not, you might hang out by the side of your bed. You could even turn on your bed and do this, but a little Baddha Konasana here. So bringing the pads of the feet on top of blocks, just to open them up. And then an option to gently fold forward, nice and slow. And as you fold forward, you're pressing into the outsides of your feet to support your body here in this chair. You might even use your hands atop your thighs or your ankles. And again, the goal is to press length through the head, to let the belly and the heart melt at the same time, so that what we are doing is lengthening and stretching into the hips and the low back body, taking it as far as feels good. And then down in this fold, let's find a little twist. Our left hand is going to travel over towards that right ankle or thigh, maybe. And then an inhale is going to sweep the opposite hand behind us. Let the gaze follow behind you. Breathe here. On an exhale, melt back down. Let's switch sides. Let it be messy. On an exhale, bring it on back down. Beautiful. An inhale, curl up vertebra by vertebra. And let's find our Shavasana. Maybe we're scooting back towards the back of our chair. Maybe we're releasing the legs from Baddha Konasana. Maybe they stay there. Finding an almost effortless posture that you can just melt into. Maybe you tuck the chin towards the heart. And then ask yourself, if you're exhausted and you need a little more energy to get you through the day, you might flip the palms up and just let the universe pour into you what you need. If you're feeling pretty good, but like you need a cocoon or a hug, you might flip the palms down and just let your internal energy circulate through you, bringing ease. Find what you need in this moment and be there. Breathe and release the thoughts in your mind. A little exercise in Shavasana, if you would like, counting your breaths. This is a way to really train the mind and the body to find stillness. As you breathe here, counting each inhale and exhale as 1, 2, and then each time the mind wanders, and it will, right? It will try and multitask. We're just going to recognize it, give it a little pat on the head. Oh, mind, just doing what you've been trained to do your whole life. Now let me train you to do something else that serves me better. And so invite it back into counting the breaths. And maybe you only get to 2 each time. It's beautiful. It's never about how far you get. It's about showing up and making the effort and watching as you transform from the showing up alone. Stay here for as long as you like, counting breaths, calling your mind back into the present with gentleness and compassion. But when you're ready, begin to awaken your body. Let it be slow and gentle, like waking up from a nap. Can you let it be delicious? Can you find a stretch, a deep inhale? Ooh. Maybe you curl in. However you want to reawaken, can you bring a little pleasure and delight to the act, right? Maybe there's a part of your body that didn't get moved during class, but was begging to tend to it now. This is all honoring our deep connection with our body and our minds, right? And when you're ready, find a seat that feels cozy. Maybe you bring your palms to the heart center and take a bow in the head, maybe not. But we take a moment to honor our efforts, to honor our showing up, because that is where the transformation happens. Everything that happens after showing up is going to take care of itself. Look what you did. Choosing to be, to move as much as your body is asking for, to breathe. This is powerful work for healing, and you chose it. Maybe give yourself a little internal hug, a pat on the back, a hell yeah. and know that the light and the dark in me sees the light and the dark in you, and we are the same.